am Lynn. Welcome back to Cooking with Lynn. I'm in the kitchen again, cooking for the library, and today I am making shakshuka. What the heck is shakshuka? It is a, if I understand it, North African dish or Middle Eastern dish. And there's tons and tons of variations of it. So basically it's eggs cooked in tomato sauce. I sort of started making a variation of this without even really knowing it was shakshuka. I would take my leftover pasta sauce and throw it over like a French bread or an Italian bread that was like toasted and kind of sloppy joe-ish, and then throw a fried egg on top of it. In this case, shakshuka, the egg is cooked inside the tomato sauce. That's not how I did it, but that's how I'm going to do it today. And I'm going to show you sort of my variation. There's lots of variations out there. It can be spicy, it can be not spicy. You can put vegetables in it. Tons and tons of things you can do with it. But basically it is eggs cooked in tomato sauce. I am going to actually put meat in mine because I like a hearty dish if I'm going to have it for a dinner. If I was going to do this for like breakfast, I probably would just do a pasta sauce and just do the eggs and then throw it on some toast. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to tell you what you need, and then we'll get going, and you'll see how super quick and easy it is. Obviously, eggs cook quickly, and tomato sauce, there's nothing to it. So, okay. So the first thing you need is a lovely pepper. You can use green if you want. You can use jalapeno if you want it spicy. I'm just using a red pepper. I'm using an onion. I'm using garlic. I am using crushed tomatoes, and also for a little bit of chunkiness, I'm going to throw in some diced tomatoes, and I like to buy the ones that have the seasoning already, basil and garlic and oregano. And I'm going to throw some Thai curry paste in there, my little secret weapon, and I'm going to throw some cheese over the top of it. And for bread, I've got just a little half baguette. And I'm going to do ground turkey because that is my favorite thing to put in here, and then, you know, grate some cheese over it. Okay, so I'm going to get started on the sauce. We'll get the eggs cooking and probably pause at some point there so that I don't bore you to death with watching eggs cook and or whatever, just like I usually do. Or you can fast forward through me if you prefer. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is cut up my veggies. So I'm going to cut an onion. I want a small dice. I don't want giant chunks in there. Oh, also I'm going to throw some beautiful parsley over there. You can throw kale in here, spinach. It's a pretty healthy dish, and it's gluten-free if you don't use the bread or you use gluten-free bread. Yeah, so pretty versatile, and it's yummy. Like I said, I started just throwing my extra sauce over some bread and throwing an egg on top of it, and I loved it. And then I saw someone making shakshuka on TV, and I'm like, that's kind of like what I'm doing here, kind of, sort of. So, but I, again, make my own version of it because I like what I like. I like it hearty. I like it meaty. I like a lot of stuff. I'm going to put a whole onion, probably, maybe. You see me? You can see me. You're seeing more of my sink than, because that's kind of silly. Let's go this way a little more. A little better, a little better. Okay. I'm a one-woman operation here. Don't have a cameraman. Don't have a crew. Just me. Dice that onion. Pretty small dice. I can't do that. Like, people go really fast with the, I can't do that. I will probably lose a finger if I did that. As it is, I've cut through my fingernails before. It's good to have sharp knives, but you've got to be careful. I'm gonna cut my pepper. I don't do green peppers. I never do green peppers because they hurt my stomach. But I love a red pepper, and red peppers are super good for you. Tons of vitamin C, and actually more vitamin C than an orange. So eat a lot of red peppers. Super good for you. I'm sure there's other benefits as well. So let's get this cut up. Again, same size as my onions. I find that cutting it this way is easier and faster than this. I mean, I guess it's, I don't know. I never timed myself. Nevertheless, I'll get there either way. That over there. Now I'm probably only going to put 2 eggs in this. This will make enough sauce to make probably 6 eggs, but I'm only going to do 2 because it's just me here right now. And it's not the kind of thing where you can, you know, save it for later. And, you know, once you get the egg cooked, you gotta eat it. But the sauce can be left over and used later for more, you know, more eggs or something else, pasta sauce, whatever. It really is a marinara sauce. Make it your own. Alright, I'm going to get that going, and then I'm also going to put, I don't want to waste this. Super yummy. Garlic. Okay. Stop eating and start talking. Or cooking. Some olive oil in the pan. As always, let that get hot. You don't want to throw your veggies or whatever you're cooking right in a cold pan with olive oil, because it'll just sit in the oil, and that's no good. We don't want to waste this beautiful, super sweet and yummy. I can cut my garlic while I'm waiting. I'm going to do 2 things with the garlic. I'm going to put it in the sauce. And I'm also going to take a garlic clove and cut it and rub it on my bread to get that garlicky flavor in the bread with some olive oil. So, smash that down. Take the skin, whatever that is, off. And yeah, it's probably getting about warm enough. I can find my thingy, whatever you call this thing, doohickey. Probably equal amounts onion to pepper, you know, your choice. Kind of eyeball it. This is going to go there. I don't want too much. And then I've got to throw some salt and pepper in there. Okay. And we'll toss that around a little bit. Get it going. Okay. I'm going to get my garlic going. The garlic doesn't go in at the same time because it'll just end up overcooking, burning, and tasting bitter. Nobody likes that. And we're going to cut it pretty small. We're going to mince it. If you have a garlic mincer, that's good, but I do not, and I actually like mincing it by hand. I don't know why. Okay. Alright, that's ready to go. Get rid of all this other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to let this go for a bit till it's translucent. We'll be right back. Okie dokie. So this has been going for just a few minutes. It doesn't take too long. Because I still have other things to cook in here, so I don't want them to be so overcooked that, you know, they're just non-existent. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to put my ground chicken, I said ground turkey. Super non-traditional part of it, but again, you know, as with any recipe, really make it your own. You can put sausage in here, beef, whatever. Throwing that right on top and breaking it up. And getting it all over the stove, as I usually do. Once I get that broken up, I'm going to throw my garlic on top of that. I don't like to throw, if my pan is really hot, I don't like to throw the garlic right where it's touching the pan, because it's gonna burn, and it's gonna taste bitter. So what I'll do is throw it on top of the chicken. Just get that down there like that. Throw a little more salt on there. More pepper if you want. You can put red pepper flakes. I'm going to put my my Thai curry paste in there. That'll give it a little bit of spice. I cut some bread. I'm going to toast that up in the other pan after. So this just has to go until the chicken is cooked, and again, leave it out if you don't want to, but this is dinner, so it would be something I would want to be hearty. Just toss that around, and I'm going to throw this in here. I'm only going to put in probably like a half a teaspoon. Goes a long way. It just adds that little something something. You put tomato paste, whatever you like. A lot of recipes are a method, and so like meatloaf and what, I don't know, lots and lots of things. Good example is meatloaf. There's plenty of other recipes that you can change up and make your own. That's why there are so many recipes and so many variations of everything, because people took a recipe and said, oh, let me add this, or let me take out that. And they make it their own. And, you know, people have their own pasta sauce recipes, you know, marinara, whatever. People will argue with you about whether or not you should put sugar in it, which I do. I get in trouble with Italian people, but that's okay, because they don't have to eat it if they don't want to. Alright, now I'm going to throw in, I think I'm all cooked here. There's a couple. I don't want to throw the red sauce on too early, because then I won't be able to see if my chicken is still pink. I'm going to be able to make sure it's all cooked before I start adding more stuff. I think we're good there. And this is going to go in. Alright. Toss that around. Splatter it all over the place, make a mess. Okay, that is beautiful. I am not going to put my other tomatoes in because, excuse me, I don't really have room in my pan. So I'm going to let that cook down so the tomatoes are not super just acidy. And I'm going to throw a little sugar in there. Not too much, just enough to get rid of that sort of bitterness, acidity. Okay. And I'm going to give it a taste in a couple minutes. see where we're at. I might throw some, you know, Italian seasoning in here. And then see where we are. Did I forget anything? I usually do, but I don't think I did this time. I'm going to let this go for a couple minutes and I will be right back. Okie doke. This is really going. I threw some basil in there to add a little green. And it's ready for the eggs. So what you're going to do, I also got my cheese out of the package. And as you should eat some. Alright. It's Parmesan. I shouldn't chew and talk. Okay. I'm going to do 2. You need 2. Turn it down a little bit. I'm going to move it aside. It's not going to, you're poaching it, so you're not frying it, so it's not going to stay. That's okay. But you want it nice and hot. So this is like a hot spot. I'm going to do it over here. That came out good. We'll do another one over here. And again, this is enough for like at least 6 eggs. But since it's just me, and then I'm going to save the sauce for something else, which is very exciting because I love red sauce. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down a little. And that's going to take about 6 minutes or so. And while that's doing that, I can't really get both sides of my stove on camera, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the bread. I'm going to put a little olive oil on it, and then I'm going to cut the little smash, but not too, I don't want to crush it. I apologize for my leaf blowing neighbor if you can hear that. I'm going to just cut it in half. Give it another little smash. I smashed it too much. And I'm just going to rub it on the bread. That didn't work. Just with the cut sides, so that you're getting that flavor of the. You can do this after you toast it, but either way. So now, I'm gonna put that. You can use garlic salt too. I'm just gonna, so you can put that in the toaster if you want. I'm just gonna like grill it, kind of, sort of. I'm gonna turn this up because I'm losing my heat. And so now I am going to cut a little parsley for the top because you gotta garnish. You gotta garnish. That green makes it pretty, tastes good. You can use cilantro if you want. I am one of those people who cannot eat cilantro because it tastes like soap. You know, you either love it or you hate it. I hate it. Luckily, my husband also hates it, so I'm not depriving him. That's cooking. I don't know if you can see that little guy down there. And these guys are toasting. I'm going to put something heavy on my bread so it stays down there. About there. Okay. Cut my bread. I'm gonna get some cheese. Parmesan is my cheese of choice, but put whatever you want. Some people don't like it because they think it's a stinky cheese, but I love it. I don't think I've yet met a cheese I don't like. Goat cheese would be yummy on here. Should have bought goat cheese, but that's okay. That is more than enough for my, myself. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down a little. See how my bread's doing. It's getting toasty. We're almost there. Yummy. It's actually one of my favorite things to eat, believe it or not. Kind of discovered it by, like, I have sauce, I have eggs, what can I do? And that's what I did. But come to find out, it's shakshuka. I don't know, I assume it gets its name from its African origin. Don't know if it means anything, but there's the Google if you want to find out. And your yolk is going to be runny, unless, I mean, if you want it cooked, you can just leave it in there a lot longer and have your yolk. But I like the yolk runny. That's the best part. Alright. I'm going to clean up a little while this finishes up, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Alrighty. So, toast is toasty. Beautiful. And yeah, so we're ready to plate this up. And we're going to try to do it without breaking my yolk. I'm going to get a spoon. You know what? Spatula is going to be better. I'm going to put a little bit of the sauce on there first. And then top it with the egg. That's how I like it. Slide under there. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. That's a beautiful thing. Some cheese, lots of cheese. And parsley. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Really hot. So watch me burn my mouth. You know what? More cheese. Can't have any cheese. Okay. Ready? Can I do it? I'm going to have to put it down because that bread is not going to be easy to cut. See, my yolk is nice and runny. See if I can do this without embarrassing myself and burning my mouth. It's so good. So good. All right. Really getting the garlic from the bread and the sauce. The sauce is delicious. It didn't really take that many ingredients. So good. All right, I'm going to finish this up because it's too good to pass up. And then I'm going to clean up. And that's it. So, come back next month, June. I'm doing banana and egg pancakes. Super quick and easy, super healthy, great for the kids. I love them. I eat them every Saturday. That's my little treat for the week. So yeah, and then who knows what we're doing, maybe something for 4th of July, in July. Yeah, but I hope you try it. It's something maybe you've never heard of, a little non-traditional, but it really is delicious, and it's excellent if you have leftover pasta sauce, or you can just make it from scratch. I mean, it only took me 15 minutes, and it's delicious, so give it a try. Come see us at the library. We're always doing great things. Summer reading programs coming up, and we'd love to see you. So I will see you soon.